What's up, guys? It's your girl Simone. Welcome back to the front line, guys. Let's see, we are recording. We are successful. Check it out, y'all. Look what Crystal made for us. I said, Crystal. She said, "I'm gonna make you a thumbnail, Samar, and we're gonna push it with your logo and all this." And I said, "Well, wait a minute, Crystal. We don't have a logo." And I'm gonna read the thread for y'all. What Crystal said. It was really, really freaking funny. But Crystal's like, we gotta do something about that. What do you want in this logo? I said, well, Crystal, you know we the honey badgers over here. We like to scrap with lions. So we need a honey badger for certain. And I want to see those double X's in the background. And let me guard the scroll. All right, Crystal? She even came up with a branch for us. Check it out. Let me tell you something, guys. I'm angry. I've been doing this now for 2 years. I've been on here for 2 years. Some people found me before the biggest episode, which was the serpent. Mama gave me that due to my dedication. She wasn't going to give me that big thing right away. No, 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 no. I had to earn that. I had to get on here every week and bring this to you. All right? I had to earn that. And as you can see, through my dedication to you guys, standing on this front line, she's got us earning a lot. You know, I'm angry because I know when I push the button, all right, or when I've struck something a little sensitive, right, guys? And ever since that why the curse episode, I noticed a tapering off, a cooling down, I guess I would say, and it seemed to have struck a nerve. And you know what? Tough titty. I don't give a shit. Love hurts. If I didn't love you, men, I wouldn't tell you this. I would get on here and tell you, hey, look out for David. There's some dragons coming your way. There's a guy named JC coming your way. I would be on here telling you all kinds of bogus, dumb shit that's not going to do nothing to save you from that kill switch. It might behoove you to keep tuning in to figure out how you beat this. Or you can get lulled back to sleep with the kings and flying things. The choice is fucking yours. Man, you got a tough decision to make here. Do you want to keep glorifying yourself? You want to keep being that image in the book of Daniel? Huh? You want to keep glorifying yourself. For a long time, man, I had to hear I was responsible for the fall. I swallowed that pill from you. I'm 47 years old, and I believe that for every bit of at least 43. You got to understand, I thought I was the cause of the fall. I thought I was supposed to be waiting on you. I thought you are going to save me. But how can anything cursed save me? Hmm? When I first told this truth to my brother said to me, sis, it was when I revealed the why curse, and this was 2 years ago. Shout out to my brother. My brother loved his mother. And let me tell you something. You know what my brother said to me, y'all? Come closer. Let me tell y'all what my brother said. My brother said, when I found that Y curse and I connected it to Adam, my brother said from then, yo, sis, they would have you think that this is a race thing, that it's like a war or, you know what I mean? And he's like, but yo, this kind of seems like a gender thing. This kind of, and you know, my brother was a boy dad for years. My brother's got about six boys. He's got three girls that he had late in life. Creator blessed him with that. Man, you can tune out all you want to, but you better know this. Your daughters will be under me. Your daughters will be here. If you were so fortunate to have a daughter, for the Creator to bless you with one of those, you know, blessings of the womb and the breast, right? If you were so fortunate, your daughters will be in this kingdom. My brother saw that and he was thankful. If you're Israel, I tend to think that genetically you're blessed when you hit that right combination with your co partner for whom you are supposed to be in a covenant with. However, man, you go outside that covenant all you want to. You go out there and get you one of those. Where is Kanye at with his Miss Sensory? Go out there and get you one of those. Dang, I don't even have it up. But y'all know the episode. Go get you one. Go get you a Midianite Moabite. Go get you one. Leave your legacy there. Plant your seed right there. You don't got no seed. Actually, you'll be watering the seed. Actually, is actually what you do. But in your mind, you think you plant the seed. So plant your seed over there. Okay? Go on over there, mister. If you are Israel and you're still here, shout out to you, sirs. The men of Israel. But it got real quiet. So I'm wondering who is still here. I like shaking trees. It don't make me afraid at all. It really doesn't. But this week, guys, I'm gonna tell y'all something. We them honey badgers. Oh, me and Crystal be having fun. I can't help myself, y'all. Me and Crystal be having fun. And I said, Crystal, make me an image of number 45, 47, like he's Quado, okay, from Total Recall. And yeah, so this is what we got. Shout out to Crystal, she be chilling. But listen, I messaged Crystal today, and I said Crystal because me and Crystal be going back and forth. Our episode today is gonna be a good one. All right, she be trying to do all my episodes, but I can't let her do it. Y'all know I don't come to y'all scripted. But listen, Crystal know I was angry. She made us this too. Y'all see that? That's the ancestors in the background with the lioness, and the code is written on her. Yeah, Crystal don't be playing. Me and Crystal be popping off up in here. And I said, I want to share what you said yesterday, Crystal. I was upset about the use of the word micro, okay? Because I'm going to introduce y'all to a concept that only the woman is capable of. All right? In case you're not certain it's her seed, let me show you what Mama did to make this very apparent to y'all. This is definitely her seed. And the men, when they name these things, you got to understand science is ruled by a lot of men running around. So when they find these little things, you know, they don't want to give us our props, guys. And this word pissed me off. Let me get back on track and take y'all back to this. A few weeks ago, me and Crystal went back and forth trying to hash out this thing, guys, about this tree of life, right? And I said, Crystal, there's something about this cherubim that the man cannot stretch his hand out. You know, the man can't reach out. So, what does the woman possess that the man can't reach out, or that the man doesn't possess, right? And I had Crystal come up. She came up with this image, okay? And she said it has to be the mitochondria, right? But she solidified it by putting those four faces, okay, on that angel, that cherubim. Cherubim has four faces, she said, right? Well, that's what the Torah tells us, right? And look, the face of a lion, the face of an ox, the face of an eagle, and the face of a man. X, right? This is what Crystal came up with as the cherubim. But notice, all of these are linked to the woman. The woman carries the 2X, actually. The microchimerism was bothering me, guys. According to Crystal, this is the book of life, right? And I'm going to bring y'all right on up to what it means. Let's get on over here, okay? But first y'all know we got to open up with a verse, right? Oh, but let's go back over here first. Let's finish this thought process, right? I said, Crystal, right here. I was upset about the use of the word micro. I took y'all to the word microchimerism, right? And that was linked to the eagle, right? I said because, and she, Crystal was like, what has you upset about that? And I said, it's because it seems to make what the woman does a small or minute thing. All right? This is always when it comes to the woman, boy. we giving birth to kings and stuff, but we are just non-existent. There's the sausage party in heaven, which we're not invited to. We're non-existent, and it cannot be because Torah told me it's my seed. All right, so it gets me upset anytime I see we're put on the back burner. It's enough already. All right, you wrote these lies, man. You wrote these lies, okay? But I damn sure can find my way out of them. Thank you, Mama. And I'm gonna make sure my sisters find their way out of them. Thank you. And any brothers that want to listen, pull up a seat. Pull up a seat to these lies they told you. Let's go. Watch this. Okay, so Crystal remembers. She says, yes, Shamar, I remember exactly what I said, and I'm honored you want to share it. Here's how it flowed from us yesterday. That micro prefix is not just a measurement, it's a muzzle. You hear, Crystal? It's a muzzle. All right? It downplays the sacred exchange happening inside her. All right? What I told you, your drunk unk don't like when it say her. Keep following his ass. You can follow his ass right on out of here when mama comes. Go on ahead. Go be with King James. He don't like when it say her too. Is it your pride in the way right now, man? Huh? That you don't want to hear me? You better put your pride aside. You better save yourself. Because no cursed man is coming to save you. Only you can save you. But guess what? You got to hear it from me. Because they told you these lies. It ain't been women writing these lies. It's been your brothers writing these lies for you. You have drank these sour grapes. You've eaten them. Okay? You've eaten them. You better put your pride to the side and hear me out. There's something sacred happening inside her. The world called it microchimerism. All right. Now, this word chimera, right? We've heard this word before. It's like a mix of animals or something. Okay, guys? We're going to get to it. Y'all know that I do a thorough job around here. So we're going to get to the word, not to word. It says, but that's because they couldn't handle the magnitude of what she's doing. She's not just carrying a child, she's recording history. Do you hear that? I have the ability to record history within inside of me. She's housing the genetic memories of nations. That's not micro, that's monumental. And that's what I said too, Crystal. Shout out to you because you see it too. How the fuck is this going to be called micro? I'm recording history of the nations within inside of me. And that's why I told you, when they pull up anybody, they go to the mitochondrial DNA to identify them. The Y is not identifying shit. Okay? It is the mitochondria that is going to identify people from centuries ago, thousands of years ago. It is linked to the mitochondria. You keep believing these man lies. Let's keep going. And Crystal going to keep on going, right? And I believe we also said everything to do with the woman, they try to make small. God damn it, didn't I say this? Yes, I told Crystal this. That word is bugging me. How the hell is this a micro event? Okay, just like they try to downplay the microbiology pieces, all right? But let's keep going. Micro, minor, modest. But she's not micro, she's the manuscript. Okay? Get your shit together, sir. I am the manuscript. All right? You keep believing these man lies they done told you, though. She says you were on fire. I didn't want to do that. You read what she said. Thank you, Crystal. Let's keep going down here. She made me this, though. She made me this. And this is going to be the cover for this lesson. She's not micro, she's the manuscript. They called it microchimerism to make it sound small, but she's recording history, housing the genetic memories of nations. That's not micro, that's monumental. Yeah, check it out. And I'm going to show you why that's a big deal, right? Let's go to Genesis 49, right? Because we got to get to Shiloh. Shiloh is Joseph. That's who it belongs to, right? Joseph is a fruitful bough, right? We right here in 22. Even a fruitful bough by a well. Who's always by the well, guys? Who's always by the well? The woman, right? Who has a well within her? The woman when she's pregnant, right? Doesn't she? She's filled with amniotic fluid. Huh. Doesn't that amniotic sound a lot like amnesia? You drink from the cup of forgetfulness when you pass through those waters, the primordial waters, guys. Wake up. The woman is always by the well, whose branches run over the wall. It's that wall that Adam built, right? The archers have sorely grieved him, they're going to say. The archers have sorely grieved her, you could believe it, and shot at her and hated her. You know, your drunk unk don't like when it say him. But we could say him for Joseph, for the sake of Joseph. But I'm going to tell you why it's probably her. Because down here, right, we're going to get to the blessings right here. It's her. Okay? It's her. But his bow abode in strength, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the mighty God of Jacob. All right? From thence is the shepherd, the stone of Israel. That stone is coming from the mighty God of Jacob, right? The mighty God. Even by the God of thy father who shall help thee, and by the Almighty, the Almighty, who shall bless thee with blessings. That's my mama, okay? The Almighty bless thee with the blessings of heaven above. Sorry, heaven above. The blessings of the deep that lie underneath. The blessings of the breast and the womb. Now, why was the breast and the womb needed to be blessed? Because this is where these nations are coming from. Right? Okay, this is where, and it has to be recorded, right? We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Didn't I tell you it's the mother that crowns you into that nation? And the doctor will tell you the baby is crowning. The baby is crowning, right? Yeah, it's your mama that crowns you into your nation, but y'all keep wanting to make her micro. You keep wanting to believe the lies that these men have told you, that it's not about her. Oh, you keep wanting to believe that she's micro, right? You want her to be micro. Let's keep going. So the breast of the wombs. That's what's going to be blessed. Blessing of thy father have prevailed above the blessing of my progenitors. All right. The everlasting hills shall be on the head of Joseph, the one separated from his brothers, right? Now, why is that word microchimerism so important? How is she recording nations? How is she the book? Huh? Let's go. I'm going to show you. Baby cells, let's close this crap out, can manipulate mom's body for decades. An evolutionary approach may help scientists understand why mothers become genetic chimeras and how that affects her health. Their health, sorry. Let's keep going. Mothers around the world say they feel their children are still a part of them long after they've given birth. As it turns out, that is literally true. During pregnancy, cells from the fetus cross the placenta and enter the mother's body. where they can become part of her tissues. Do you see what's happening? The baby is exchanging their cells with the mother to be recorded. Put me in your file cabinet, mama. Keep a record of me. Show them I was here. I belong to you. I belong to your nation. Remember, Genesis 1 said, every tree with the tree for the seed in it. All right? With the tree for the seed in it. So whatever tree you watered, know that that seed belongs to that tree. All right? So if you're running around here with women of other nations, you planted your seed in a different tree than Israel. All right? And if you're running around here talking about how much you hate the so-called black woman, you hate yourself literally. You literally hate yourself because a piece of you is compartmentalized in your mama who gave birth to your black ass. Now let's keep going. Yeah, I told you Shamar is angry. And when I'm angry, I can't really account for what I want to say sometimes. I'm going to just say what I've been wanting to say. But I've been being nice about this shit. And I've had enough. Because you're going to leave one way or the other. All right? You're going to leave when you hear some shit you don't like one way or the other. So why sugarcoat this shit? Let's press forward. Your cells filed in your mama, baby. Let's keep going. This cellular invasion means that mothers carry unique genetic material from their children's bodies, creating what biologists call a chimera, a micro chimera. There go that word I hate. Y'all know why. Micro my ass. Named after the legendary beast made of different animals. A chimera is a legendary beast. It's made up of different animals. The phenomena is widespread among mammals, and scientists have proposed a number of theories for how it affects the mother, from better wound healing to higher risk of cancer. Now a team of biologists argues that to really understand what microchimerism does to moms, we need to figure out why it evolved in the first place. Why? So mama could keep a record. That's why. It's much simpler than what they're making it. What are we hoping to do is not only provide an evolutionary framework for understanding how and why microchimerism came to be, but also to access how this affects health. A geneticist at this university around the corner from me says, maternal fetal conflict has its origins with the very first placental mammal millions of years ago. Y'all know they math. Over evolutionary time, the fetus has evolved to manipulate the mother's physiology and increase the transfer of resources like nutrition and heat to developing child. The mother's body, in turn, has evolved countermeasures to prevent excess resource flow. We're working overtime. But we nobody, right? It's a micro event. Come on, use your brain. Things get even more intriguing when fetal cells cross the placenta and enter the mother's bloodstream. Like stem cells, fetal cells are pluripotent, which means they can grow into many kinds of tissue. Once in the mother's blood, these cells circulate in the body and lodge themselves in tissue. They then use chemical cues from neighboring cells to grow into the same stuff as the surrounding tissue. That's wild. Oh, that's wild. Although the mothers, I hope my science people are on board. Choo choo, get on board, guys. It's getting crazy. Although the mother's immune system typically removes unchanged fetal cells from the blood after pregnancy, the ones that have already integrated with maternal tissues escape detection and can remain in the mom's body. Microchimerism can get especially complex when a mother has multiple pregnancies. The mother's body accumulates cells from each baby and potentially functions as a reservoir, transferring cells from the older sibling into the younger ones, forming more elaborate microchimera. You hear this shit, y'all? Okay. Did you know all of this was happening? I didn't. The presence of fetal cells in the mother's body could even regulate how soon she can get pregnant again. I think one promising area for further research concerns unexplained pregnancy losses. and whether older siblings, as genetic individuals, can play a role in delaying the birth of younger siblings. That's wild, guys. Given all this complexity, microchimeras have been difficult to study until recently. All right, let's go down here. Understanding how the fetal cells are interacting with maternal cells is going to be difficult. Little is understood about the cellular signaling that causes fetal cells to regulate maternal physiology. Yeah, because that signal is coming from someplace else. They don't know where it's coming from. It's coming from mama. It's likely a negotiation between the maternal body and the fetal cells, where there is an expectation in the maternal body of a certain level of microchimerism that is needed to function properly. That is crazy. Guys, we could be here all day. I don't want to. I'm going to take y'all to some other articles. Hold on. Let's get over here. Let's get over here. Fetal microchimerism. Scientists discover that a baby's DNA remains in the mother's body long after birth. It's common knowledge that mothers pass nutrition, DNA, right? Didn't I tell you it's your mama? Maternal cells, your immunity system, among many other things, to their baby when they are in the womb. And as mothers often say, their babies are always a part of them. I lost my son, guys. This gave me peace to know that a piece of him is still here with me. While many mothers say this figuratively, scientists have discovered that if you physically given birth, it's literally true as well. Some of your baby's DNA will always be present in your body, even after delivery. When a baby's in the womb, a part of the DNA moves to the mother's body. You've heard about that negotiation, right? That's before you enter into those waters. A part of the DNA moves to the mother's body through the placenta and embeds itself into the mother's tissue, becoming a permanent part of her. This is why mothers are made from not only their own genetic material, but also the genetic material of their children. Do you do that, men? Huh? Why do I see every man with his hands on his hips? Huh? Do you do this, man? No, you don't do this. No, you don't. You don't do this at all. That's why mama asks that question, as if he can give birth. Why? This is why. Because you've been running around lying about how vital we are to this process and just how much these kids are ours. Watch, check this out. Scientists call this occurrence microchimerism. This phenomena has lifelong consequences on the mother's body and health. What is fetal microchimerism? The term microchimerism is formed from micro, which here refers to the fact that the amount of cells exchanged is tiny. And chimera, okay, this is why they're going with the word micro, whatever. Chimera, a creature from Greek mythology that was part lion, part goat, part serpent. Microchimerism means the presence of one or more genetically different cells as an organism. Fetal microchimerism refers to the transfer of the baby's genetic material into the mother's body long after the birth of the child. This transfer of fetal cells happens through the placenta, begins in the first trimester of pregnancy, when the baby's cells from different pregnancies become a permanent part of the mother. It's as though she's become a chimera of sorts. This is why mama didn't want you mixing. And remember the marriage. I told y'all this before. Now this is making more sense, guys. The marriage is really through the zygote, the joint. Remember I showed you that zygote means joined, which is marriage, right? That's when two flesh become one. It's only through the fusion of this cell do two flesh become one. Okay, guys? So marriage was not the marriage where you go on down there and you take his last name. No. Marriage was actually through childbirth. Okay? This is why they would separate the women to make sure they were virgins. They did not want them to have multiple pregnancies, guys, and this is probably why. You become different parts and pieces of that child, right? Which the child is mixed with different parts and pieces of the father. Huh. This is this record that's being kept, guys. When the baby cells form different pregnancies, become a permanent part of the mother, right? Here it goes, sorry. It's as though she's become a chimera, right, of sorts. We've known about the concept of passing cells from one body to another for more than a century now. In the womb, the mother's cells pass to the baby through the placenta. Identical twins share a placenta and are also known to sometimes exchange microchimeric cells through it. Sometimes. So I wonder if they're pregnant with twins if they don't do that. All right. Does the firstborn leave DNA in the mother? Yes, the firstborn can leave DNA in the mother. This phenomenon, known as microchimerism, occurs when cells from the fetus cross the placental barrier and into the mother's bloodstream over the wall. Huh? Yeah, they can't. The man can't reach out, huh? There's these barriers they keep talking about. Pay attention. Although many of these fetal cells are targeted and destroyed by the mother's immune system, some manage to survive and integrate into various tissues and organs, becoming a lasting part of the mother. This exchange of cells between mother and fetus means that a mother can carry a small number of cells from her firstborn and any subsequent children for years or even decades after pregnancy. Once the baby's cells cross the placenta and pass to the mother's bloodstream, they circulate into her body and embed themselves into her tissue tissues. Fetal cells are pluripotent, like stem cells, meaning they can grow into different kinds of tissue, right? We read that already, right? For example, in animal studies, it was found that when a mother rat heart was injured, the fetal cells migrate to her heart and differentiate into heart cells, helping repair the injury. That's crazy. So your child is helping to repair injuries within you. How does fetal microchimerism affect the mother's health? A leading research paper on fetal microchimerism and maternal health uh, found positive. Y'all know I be pressing stuff. Sorry about that. Found positive and negative effects on maternal health, right? Scientists are still figuring out the impact, okay? So they're going to say fetal cells and Alzheimer's, there's a connection. Cells containing the Y chromosome in the brain of deceased women. So this is probably being passed on from the child pregnancies, okay? We're gonna have to get into this because this is gonna, and also too, I think they're gonna talk about the autoimmune disease. Yeah, right down here. The jury is still out on this one. A study published right here in American Association of Pharmaceutical Scientists on understanding the role of fetal microchimerism in cancer states that microchimeric cells have been identified in healing and healed tissues, as well as normal and tumor tissues. This has led to the hypothesis that fetal microchimerism may play a protective role in some cancers and may provoke other cancers or autoimmune diseases. Y'all hear this, right? Mama ain't playing. She been hiding stuff within us, guys. Y'all don't understand. Y'all keep wanting to believe these lies that they done wrote for us, right? Keep wanting to believe man and their lies, right? Right? When it's going to be the blessing of the breast in the womb. Chimerism. How common is it? Ancient Greek. Now, if I was talking about this type of shit right here, the men would be tuned in. They would be not the men that come every week, okay? The men that ain't. The men that have been here and left, okay? They would be tuned into this. Listen to this. Ancient Greek mythology includes stories of a fire-breathing creature called a chimera. This fearsome beast was mixed between a lion, goat, and serpent. There's your Greek mythology. But chimeras are not just a part of mythology. In real life, chimeras are animals or humans that contain the cells of two or more individuals. Their bodies contain two different sets of DNA. How common is it? Experts aren't sure how many human chimera exist in the world. The condition is believed to be quite rare. Fertility treatments like in vitro, they're saying is more common, right? Let's keep going. Oh, chimerism can also affect non-human animals. Often it causes two distinct types of coloring on different halves of the same animals, such as two different color eyes. So when we see a dog with two different color eyes, and I've seen that a lot, that's chimerism, guys. Or like if you see an animal that's like a complete half different down the face. You've seen cats like that. This cat over here to the right is an example. Right here, him, that cat is an example. Can I enlarge that? Yeah, he's an example. You see the split in his face? That's a chimera. Okay. What causes chimerism? People may experience one of several types of chimerism. Each has a slightly different cause and may result in different symptoms. Microchimerism. What do you know? It's up there first. But no, it's a little bit. You got artificial chimerism, twin chimerism, tetragrammatic chimerism. So, guys, go through these and familiarize yourself with them. Oh, so if you are intersex, you are a chimera. Interesting. You got two different color eyes. Yeah. This could be present in your red cells. Um, yeah. Human and animal chimera can have two different blood types at the same time. Male tortoiseshell cats are often chimera. That's that cat over there that I showed you guys. Um, Fun fact, I was going to get one of those, and then I saw Leo. I was like, I got to go. I got to get him. Yeah, that's how we got Leonidas, guys. We saw a tortie cat, and I was going to get him at first because he was unique looking. But then I looked over and I saw Leonidas, and I fell in love. So the rest is history. All right, so familiarize yourselves. This article is on Healthline. Yeah, fair use for the purposes of education and criticism. Okay. Microchimerism is the presence of a small number of cells in an individual. They have originated from another individual and are therefore genetically distinct. And this phenomenon is related to autoimmune diseases. See that? Fetal maternal microchimerism, also known as fetal chimerism, whereby cells from a fetus pass through the placenta, the established cell lineages within the mother. Fetal cells have been documented to persist and multiply in the mother for several decades. The exact phenotype of these cells is unknown. All of this is happening in her. And it looks like somehow the Y is trying to creep in and kill the woman. You see this? In areas of the brains of deceased women. Interesting. Y'all got to get into some of the science of this. Y'all really do. It's a lot going on. I don't want to keep y'all forever, but I want to get down to something. Why is Samar talking microchimerism? Why is Samar saying that the woman is the record? Why is Samar angry? Because It's been here the whole time, guys, and it's just we. I ain't telling y'all nothing new. I mean, the blessing of the breast in the womb, that's already been there, guys. That was there already. Okay, the fact that she crowns you into the nation, the fact that Abraham had to call her Sarah chief, that's been in the book. Cleave to your wife has been in this book. Let's keep going. We're going to hit this right here real quick with Ezekiel. Ezekiel 13. The word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel who are now prophesying. Say to those who prophesy out of their own imagination, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord says. Woe to the foolish prophets who follow their own spirits, dragons, kings, and things, and have seen nothing. Your prophets, Israel, are like jackals among ruins. You've not gone up to the breaches in the wall to repair it. Who jumps over the wall, huh? Joseph. To repair it for the people of Israel, so that it will stand firm in the battle on the day of the Lord. Their visions are false, and their divinations a lie. But you tune in every week, don't you, Israel? Don't you? Even though, even though Samar has shown y'all so many things, right? Even though not one mofo on here could tell you who the serpent was. Not one mofo on here was screaming that Judah was doing what they was doing before me. I'm always ahead of the curve. You know why? Because I roll with our mama. That's why. And I'm going to stay ahead of the curve. Even though, right here, the Lord has not sent them, they say, the Lord declares and expects him to fulfill their words. Have you not seen the false visions and utter lying divinations when you say, the Lord declares, though I have not spoken? Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Because your false words and lying visions, I am against you, declares the sovereign Lord. My hand will be against the prophets who see false visions and utter lying divination. They will not belong to the council of my people or be listed in the records of Israel. I like that. Oh, yeah, we do. Nor will they enter the land of Israel, because they ain't going to be in those records. Then you will know that I am the sovereign Lord. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, man. You've been planting your seed somewhere else, because they're not going to enter the land of Israel because they're not listed in the records of Israel. Mm-mm. I don't know where you planted them. Well, I could speak for Kanye. We know where he planted his seed, don't we? No, you're not listed in that record. What record, Smart? What record are we talking about here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That record. Right there. That one. Connected to her. You ain't listed in that record. Your womb, you wasn't in the womb that was blessed. No, you took your stuff somewhere else, did you, sir? Sir, so don't get mad at me, okay? I'm just a messenger. Don't get mad at me. Because I'm pointing out to you that there is a record here of her seed. It ain't yours, sir. But you ran amok. You ran amok. And we're going to get into how Adam possibly broke the laws of procreation. I mean, there's a list of his kids. But I'm not seeing it say Adam and Eve for some of these people. So that's a whole nother story, guys. But what I'm going to tell you is this. Make sure you belong to the council of the Creator's people. Make sure you are listed in. mm, Get off this one. Make sure you are listed in this record, please. Okay? If you running around bashing your mama, oh gosh, no. Well, you're gonna get what you asking for. Okay? You better hold us to a higher esteem, fellas. Somebody been lying to y'all, and it ain't me today. Know that it is not me lying to you. No, I'm showing you this record that you didn't know about. I'm showing you how you can belong to a council and be in the record. Okay? Don't let your pride get in the way. Never forget, I love my brothers, but there are some men that I loathe. The ones that out here killing us, the femicide. I loathe that. I loathe them. I can't wait till Mama go ahead and disables their asses. Yeah, one day I'm gonna bring y'all just into the conversations me and Crystal be having. She likened that kill switch, and I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry to be the bearer of that news. Actually, I am thankful to be the bearer of that news because I saw it. I'll never be mad at that. But I'm sorry it leaves you with so much confusion, sir. I'm sorry if it's my brother, listen, that this leaves you with so much confusion. I've been finding stuff every week. I got no doubt I will continue to find stuff. But if you want to be distracted with kings and flying things and whatever else, JC, I can't save you. Keep looking for that man to save you. Much love to you guys from the front line. It's your girl Samara, and I'm thankful for you guys tuning in every week like you do. I'll see you guys next week. Much love.